Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Top 5, the series where we take a topic and we pick 5 of those things, and we talk about them in order. I feel like I need to describe the series, yet I feel like I don't at the same time.
Yeah.
I am, as always, joined by my co-host, Christine, a.k.a. Ivy Winter, and we're going to talk about today a topic that was suggested by subscriber Blue Patriot 1, who says, "Hey Rob, I think it would be really cool and interesting to see yours and Christine's top 3 shows," well, we're going to do 5, at Disney World, generally referring to fireworks shows, stage shows, etc. So, yeah, we decided we're going to lump this all together. We are doing fireworks, parades, stage shows, street shows, anything like that sort of lumped into top 5 shows.
Yep.
So, Christine, do you want to kick it off with your number 5?
Do I? My number 5. Yes, I do. That was a good.
Okay.
That was excited. Do I?
Oh, okay.
Not like a do I? I'll deliver that better next time. My number 5 is Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, which is a great stage show and a great dinner. Let's just put it out there. The stage show is hilarious. They always have really great people performing it. The singers are fantastic. There's some great, what's the word I'm looking for? Improv jokes that happen. And you also get endless food, delicious barbecue food, and endless beer or wine or whatever it is that you drink. Sangria. And it's
we're going to Hoop-Dee-Doo this. Oh man, I forgot, and I'm so glad. Awesome.
You do this every trip.
I forgot we were going.
Every trip that we plan Hoop-Dee-Doo.
I always end up going. Oh, I'd really like to go to that. We should look into. Oh wait, we did it already. We got tickets. Perfect.
Anyway, it's great for a group. You get to sit in a circle with a bunch of people, and even if you don't have a huge group, you get to sit with a bunch of other people and get to know them, which is really fun. It's interactive. I mean, it's just a really good time. Yeah. And I have fond memories of it, and so I really enjoy it.
Honorable mention in the same vein, Beer Garden, the polka.
Yeah.
The polka band. My number 5 is sort of cheating because it's a little half and half of 2 parades, and these are old ones that when I put on my list, went, what is that? And it is the Aladdin Parade and the Toy Story Parade from the 1990s.
Was that like the names of the parades?
Well, it's Disney. I'm sure they had something named like The Magic of Aladdin or something.
Come on, Rob.
Oh, when you want me? I will Google it. Hold on. It was called Aladdin's Royal Caravan. I'm going to go with the Aladdin Parade.
Yeah.
It was right around when Aladdin came out, and then same thing with Toy Story. I believe they were both in Hollywood Studios. I have memories of them as a kid, and we have recordings of them. And here's the thing. Out of all of the Disney World parades, they're my favorite, and more so than Electrical and Spectrum Magic and all that. And it is 100%, 90% the music. Okay. Because this is a parade that had Aladdin's soundtrack, which was awesome. Yeah. And, think of the scene in Aladdin when, Prince Ali is, that's what it was. And there was a giant, 2 or 3 story, I was a kid, so my scale might be warped, but it was like a 2.5 story genie, which was really exciting.
Now I gotta look this up.
Oh,
this has to exist on YouTube. Somebody must have ripped it and put it on YouTube.
This guy did. It's on one of my retro vlogs.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, so is the Toy Story one. No, just a bit of it. The Toy Story one, same thing. It plays, Strange Things, which is like one of my favorite Toy Story songs. No, please, copyright strikes. Please don't. We don't want a copyright strike.
I don't think that was going to translate well, but okay.
They were simple parades back then, and I like that you would be able to have a parade based on one thing and surround everything around.
You're a simple man.
What? I'm a simple man. I just need a parade around one movie. I don't think we've had that in a long time, and so yeah, it's on there. It's a fond memory of mine.
Good to know.
Yep.
All right, so my number 4 is a holiday-specific show. So you only get to see it around one time of year. And it is Hallowishes, which I think is far and away better than regular wishes. I said it. It's way better, you guys.
I think it's hollow.
Wishes. Anyway, I love it. I love Halloween. It is my favorite holiday. It beats out Christmas, beats out everything else. And I remember the first time I saw Hallowishes with their 180 finale, which is like amazing. The music's amazing. It's got Nightmare Before Christmas. It's got a bunch of villain themes. It's just a lot of fun. Everyone kind of gets interactive at the end with the whole everybody scream, part. And like, I don't know. I just think it's super, super fun. It's super upbeat. I feel like Wishes is a little, I don't know. Just the whole theme is a little, like, morose almost to me, with, like, the kids singing. I don't know. We know how I feel about that. But Hallowishes is just, like, I don't know. It's just so much fun for the Halloween party. And it's totally, I feel like Hallowishes and, honorable mention of Boo-Dee-Doo Parade, which I was thinking about also putting on here. Those two things are worth it alone to go to the Halloween party. I mean, everything else is cool, too, but those two things are just great.
And to drill in even more, the Boo-Dee-Doo Parade, it's the part with the grave diggers and the shovels with the sparks. Best part of best parade. Yeah,
I mean, the Haunted Mansion has its own section of the parade.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's all you need.
My number 4 is the Main Street Trolley show that plays. I don't know if it plays in the afternoon, but I've always only ever caught it in the morning.
It's a morning thing.
Okay. Yep. And it is, a bunch of singers and dancers show up on the trolley that, you see those tracks on Main Street. That's an actual functioning trolley track. And they do like a little dance, a little song and dance. And I think it's a great way to kick off the morning. I love that it feels spontaneous, even though it is planned. And that's going to be a big theme with the rest of my list. It's just one of those little touches. You think about a Hallowishes or, a firework show or parade in general. And these are things that you come to expect from theme parks, and they are big planned events. And yet these trolley shows are just like little things that they throw out there that just add to that experience.
And they change for the season.
Yes,
so in
they
the
do.
summer, they sing a summer song. Like in the fall, they sing like a fall song. It changes depending on when you're there.
Yeah, so I don't aim to catch it every time I'm there, but I've come to appreciate it, and if I do like come across it, I stop to watch it because it's also a really short show, so there's no reason not to.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's on my list.
Well, yeah. So my number 3 is you gotta wake up real early for this one, and it is the Magic Kingdom opening ceremony show. And I've seen it live, I'd say about 2 times, maybe 3. Okay. I want to say 2 for sure. I have watched it on YouTube countless times. It gets me right in the feels. I get really emotional when I watch it on YouTube, just an honest answer. Because, so it's like you get there early before road drop. They have you outside of the entrance. The train goes above, so you've passed the turnstiles already. And the mayor of Main Street comes out. He welcomes everybody. There's dancers who sing some really classic, great songs. And then, the whole thing is like, oh, Mickey's about to arrive. And the train pulls in, and it is full of characters. It's like Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Mary Poppins and Bert. And, like, the, Wicked Stepsisters, like, just a whole bunch of crazy characters that come out, and they greet everybody, and they pull a family in who's, like, the family of the day, who gets to help open the park. And then Mickey, it's one of those talking Mickeys, it's kind of creepy. Mm. He does the countdown, and, the fireworks go off, they open the doors, and they're singing, Zippity-Doo-Dah and, right down the Main Street USA and all of that. And it's just something so special that I don't know if everybody really knows exists. And I think that is so worth getting up early for, because it's just amazing that every single day they have this huge ceremony to welcome everybody and to just talk about how special Magic Kingdom is. And to me, that, people talk a lot about how things have changed in the parks and whether Walt would have wanted this or wanted that. That opening ceremony to me is a very Walt thing. I think he would have just loved to see that still goes on every single day, and that, they make everyone feel so welcome. They make every day feel like a celebration. Like, we're opening Magic Kingdom again. This is amazing. This is a wonderful, magical place, and we're celebrating it again. So for me, like I said, I get very emotional watching it. I would like to try to do it again the next trip. I just think that for me, of all the shows and stage shows and performers, it is one of the most magical experiences I think I've had.
Now, that was a very beautifully detailed description of what the opening was. I'll give you a detail of how I've experienced the show, which is wake up early and you're like, all right, we're going to eat really quick, get dressed, get on the bus, and then you step off the bus. And as you're walking from the bus towards the opening gates, you hear that ever familiar sound of popping of like daytime fireworks off of a stage. And you go, oh, I just missed it. Oh, okay. I was just a couple of minutes late. All right, well, I guess we're just going in.
We're going to figure out what morning Magic Kingdom time we have, and you're going to get your butt up, and we're going to get you there, and you're going to see me cry. It's going to be great.
I want to see Epcot's opening show. They better have one. I don't know if they do, but I want to see one. Get on it, Bob.
But I don't think they do anymore.
My number 3, I literally changed as you were talking about your number 3. It was originally going to be the Dapper Dans because I just think they were extremely talented. I think it works really well with the Main Street theme. But as I was thinking about why I really enjoy them, I realized there's another group that I like for very similar reasons that I've actually gone out of my way to see multiple times now. And that is in Epcot and World Showcase, the Voices of Liberty over at the American Pavilion. I love their set. I love their style of singing. The quality of singing is amazing. I think
their costumes are amazing.
With Disney, you're really out of sync in Skype, by the way. I went out of my way we went to see Voices of Liberty on our last trip. I think for a theme park where a lot of people look down on it, outsiders, non-Disney people look down on it as fake and cheesy and tacky. I just think there's something extremely classy about the Voices of Liberty. There's something very, they know what they're doing is a beautiful art. And it doesn't just seem like a theme park gig. It seems like an actual really, classy show. And so that's something I'm going to continue. I might not every trip seek out to sit down and watch the show, but if I'm passing by and I know it's going to be nearby, I'll sit down and listen to them. They're really talented. So, yeah, that's my number 3.
I agree. They're pretty amazing. Okay, so my number 2 is not even surprising whatsoever, and it is Illuminations. It is long-standing been my favorite fireworks show for a very long time. Again, I've talked before about my special memories of it with my mom. I've talked before about how I feel like anywhere you are in the World Showcase, you get this amazing view. It has a really great story that I don't even think people realize there's a story, but take the time to look it up. It'll change the way that you see the fireworks the next time you go, because there actually is a story behind it. It's just a beautiful kind of message that, despite it being around for 15 plus years, doesn't lose its meaning. I feel especially now with a lot of things going on in the world. There's just something beautiful about countries coming together and realizing we're all human beings and we all have a lot more in common than we think. So that just never has died, I think. And it's just a beautiful use of the space and of the countries, the way they light up. It's one of those shows that I think, I don't know, just it has a great command of like I said, where it's placed more than I think any other fireworks show that they do.
Yeah. Well said. It's my number 1, so just just said everything that I would have said. On top, I just think the music really resonates with me. I think there's a certain segment where all of the countries start lighting up that really gets to me every time. Yeah. And like you said, just really uses its space very well, from the putting the barges in the water to using the pavilions around it, so that this is a show that, you think about most shows, you need to be in a good spot for it. But here, you could be at any of those countries and you can still enjoy the show.
I mean, we caught it from Future World last time and realized it wasn't that bad of a view either. I've never seen it from there, so...
We caught it from Test Track and it was awesome.
It was awesome.
So yeah, that is my number one. My number two is not a specific show per se, but it is a style, and it is the Streetmosphere performers in Hollywood studios. This is, I think, to me, the pinnacle of what I was saying earlier with the Trolley show, this sort of sporadic, almost seemingly random show that adds so much value to a trip, because you don't plan to I'm going to go find the Streetmosphere performers. Yet when you come across it, stick around and watch, because it's a lot of fun. They're hilarious. It's always improv scenes that not only are between the actors, but will often work in guests into the story. And because you have the guests involved and it is mostly improvised, you get a lot of really funny moments. And I just really love the theme, because the ones in Hollywood studios are old-timey golden era Hollywood style. And so, that makes it just a win across the board for me. And it's one of those ones where I sadly haven't seen a show in a while, but I really want to catch it on our next trip, because it is a lot of fun. Yeah. And now that I'm older and I think a little bit more out of my shell because of YouTube, I would like to get pulled into one of those things. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So my number two there.
The last time I was there, I caught the guy who shouts out the movie trailer lines at people who are walking by. And I was just captivated by him. I just sat there and watched him for ever, because he was just so funny, and it was just commentating on people walking by. And some people would realize they were being talked about, and some people wouldn't at all. But other people would, and it was so funny. And they pick the best of the best comedic people, I feel to do it. So yeah, it's good. That's a good one.
All right, here we go. Your number one.
My number one, which I can't believe isn't Illuminations. What?
Oh, it is
Symphony.
Frozen sing-along song. Oh, wait.
No, I don't think I've ever even seen that. Symphony in the Sky.
Oh, okay.
Not the current Star Wars fireworks. The first round of Star Wars fireworks. Before they overdid all the projections and... I don't know.
Who would have thought the placeholder would have won your heart more?
Oh my god. It still kills me that you didn't get to see that one. Did you get to see that one? No, you didn't. Oh, it kills me, Rob, because it was so much better. It was like my issues again with this one is, the projections along the fireworks is a little bit too much. I don't like the firework placement behind the trees. Not the smartest idea. This was, very little projection on the building. They were testing it out a little bit. But the fireworks happened right behind the Chinese theater, which is how I feel it should be. And it kicked in with the theme. There was no slow build. Yeah. And it was just, the whole soundtrack and everything was so strong and so amazing. And I just feel so much better, because it wasn't like they were trying to slow it down to show scenes on the projector. It was just one awesome theme after another. It was just exhilarating. I've never been so exhilarated by fireworks in my life. I just felt like a child. My jaw hit the floor. I just couldn't believe what I was watching. Afterwards, it was just it was chills and I don't know, excitement and all of that. And like I said, it makes me really sad that they replace it with what they have. Part of me secretly hopes that they go back to something a little more pulled back, because I think it actually worked better. But I'm really glad that I did get to see it, that I have that memory, because I literally walked out there and said, well, something finally beat Illuminations for me. And now it's gone. So
they ripped it away forever.
I know. It was they gave me something really, really special, and then they pulled it away.
Here's what I would like to see in its place. I want to see them use this new drone technology to create a small-scale Battle of Yavin. Now, when I say small scale, I mean I want the X-Wings to be this big. And I want the TIE Fighters to be that big. And so the Death Star will be like, huge. I don't know, not huge. No, we'll scale that down a little bit.
Okay.
And so I picture just a sea of people watching this little drone firefight go on above the... So it's just like, pew, 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 pew. Like, that's it. And then silence. That's my dream show.
Okay.
I have a feeling they won't go with it, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So there we have it. Top 5 shows in Walt Disney World. Let us know what you think, whether it's about our picks or whether you have your own picks. You can let us know in the comments below. Yep. You can tweet them to us. I'm at Rob Plays. Christine, where can they find you?
I'm at Ivy Winter YT.
And if you want to see more Disney content, all you have to do is check out her channel. She does Disney videos. She does video game videos. She does a lot of planning videos, which is something I don't really touch upon much. So she does great videos on how to put a trip together. Where can they find that?
You can find me at Ivy Winter.
Yep. And we do a weekly podcast called the Tomorrowland Transit Authorities. All the link and all the info is below.
All the link.
All the link is below. That sounds like an old video game line from a poorly translated game.
All your base belong to us.
All your link belong to us. Thank you all for watching. Whatever you're doing this week, make the most of it. Makes it that much better. We'll see you next time for the next Top 5. If you have a suggestion for a Top 5 for us to do, also let us know in the comments. Do it all out of order.
Yep.
That's just how we are today.
Yep.